Hi, I'm Phil Kelsel. I want to talk a little bit about animated GIFs. I did a little tutorial a little while ago on how to create an animated GIF and then use it within Adobe Captivate. And somebody made a comment or mentioned about different processes and what you can do. And Photoshop is a great tool for doing it. And I'm using Adobe Animate as another tool. And I thought I'd show you another example of why I would use Adobe Animate. It's the workflow and how fast it can be. So on the screen here, I have actually some software from 3D Studio Max. This is 3D software. And if I render out just a single frame, it looks something like this. So it's just the globe that you can see through. And I got this set up so it animates. So as I move the slider, this rotates and spins around. So I want to export this. And when I go to export it, I'm going to use a method where I create what's called a ping sequence or an image sequence. So under the files, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select I'm just give it a name, world.png. Now, because it recognizes this as an image, when it goes to render it renders out each individual frame as a separate graphic. So if I'll hit the render button and I'll say yes, go ahead and overwrite it. And so you can see it going through the process of rendering out the image. So now 60 images in total have been rendered out. So if I was to go over to, I happen to have this open, this is a File Explorer, and you can see now all the images are in here. So I can now open up those images and make an animated GIF out of it. So I'm going to go into Adobe Animate, and I'm going to create a new file. I'm going to set the size of this to 320 by 240. And just so it doesn't rotate too fast, I'm going to slow the frame rate down to 12. So these are the settings that I have, 320 by 240, which is the size of the images, and a frame rate of 12. And I'm going to create this as an HTML5 canvas. So I'll go ahead and create. And this is my document. Now, if you want to see how long does it take to create an animated GIF, just watch this. I'm going to go File, Import, and I'm going to import directly to the stage, and there's all my files. I'm just going to grab the first one and click Open. Animate recognizes that this is a sequence. Do I want to import all the other images of the sequence? So you can see the dialog box that it gives me right here. And yes, I want to import all the other images. So I'll just click Yes, and it'll go ahead and import. And you'll notice that once it's done, up here at the top, we have all those keyframes for all the images. So they've all been imported in. Press the Enter key, and you can now see it rotating and spinning around. Now it's spinning on a white background, so I'll just click on the white space here for the stage color. Stage color over here in the properties. I'll click on this, and I'll say no color. So now what I have, if we take a look at the stage, you'll notice that now it's transparent. So we can go through the export process. I'll say File, Export, export an animated GIF. Brings up this dialog box, and it's 320 by 240. I can change the size here if I want, but I'll keep it at that. The art is optimized, and down here I have it spinning forever because I want to keep that rotating and going. But there does seem to be a little bit of a bug with that. I'll show you a solution in a bit. So I'm just going to click on Save, and I'll call it World Spin, and click Save. I'll overwrite that, that's fine. And I'm basically done now. So what I can do is now I can go into my Captivate file, and I can go into Media, Animations, and click on World Spin. So there's my image, and put up here in the top left corner, and I'll press Preview. And hit the play button, and there it is. So the process of making that didn't take too long. I was able to make it kind of quickly. Problem is it does stop. So after the animation, and create the animation, put it in, it only spins at one time. And there is a, in the properties, you can check the loop option. So I check that, but it does stop. It seems to stop all the time. There is a website, though, that can help you out with that, and it adds a little bit to the workflow, and it doesn't look quite as sharp when it's done, but it still does a good job, and it allows the image, the animated GIF, to keep looping and going. And it's an online service called EasyGIF.com. So let's take a look at it. Here is EasyGIF.com, and what I've done is I've already uploaded all the images that I had. So I had those bunch of still images, so I uploaded all these images here, and we set the delay time here at 0.2 seconds, and then the loop count. And if you leave it empty, it might be hard to read, but if it's empty, it loops forever. So that's what I'm going to do. And I also say, because I have a transparent background, do not stack the frames. And there's no need to do a crossfade for the frames. It's a little extra weight to the animation that we don't need. So now we can click on Make a GIF. And once I've done that, I can make the GIF, and then I can actually optimize the GIF using a service that's on here as well. So EasyGIF.com is a place you might want to check out. So let's take a look at, I've already got the image made, and I've downloaded it. So go to the animation, EasyGIF.com, and here it is. So it's the exact same look, but you'll notice that it's, the lines are a little darker, and there's a little bit of a black around the lines, but it's, it does work. It keeps animating, but because I'm using the alpha transparency, it doesn't quite come through as well. And you notice that it's a little jerkier. It's not as smooth as the first one, but you will notice that it is going through, and it will continue to rotate. So there it is. It's now on its second rotation. So it's a little bit of a hit and miss sort of thing with this animated GIF. There are some issues, I think, between the browsers, maybe Captivate, working with animated GIFs to get them to continue to loop. There are solutions to as a workaround. Hopefully, eventually, we will get these all sorted out, and it'll be a whole lot smoother. So anyways, that's a way of using an image sequence to create animated GIFs. And as you can see inside of Animate, it goes really quickly.